Well, I'm glad I got the Simpsons house and the Quickie Mart back in the day when they were new, because they're really expensive now if you want to buy them. The Dimension sets, on the other hand, they're not too bad to get those three different minifigures. And we had to add this one to the collection. Let's take a look at it.
What's going on, everyone? It's Jeremy. All right, I got this new set built. Just came out June 1st. Simpson set. You can see all 6 minifigs up top, plus Homer in the weird clown car. See the little dent and stuff that's always been on the front fender since 1989. So Homer's in there. The car will fit 4 people, so I mean there is that. There's a little trunk, some stickers on it. The set does have a ton of stickers. Now, just to say, the interior of this is awesome. Minifigs are great. The outside is bland, plain Jane, boring. The marquee sign, that's actually one of the best parts. It's one of the things I like the best. I think if I don't even put this in my city, which I probably won't, I might actually just pop this off or take it off down here and just use that as a billboard for somewhere in my city and just put it on top of one of the modular buildings. So there's always that option. All right, so we've seen those two. What's the best angle for this? Well, that's the front. All right, here's the worst one. That's the side. Yes. Flat, 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 flat. All right, let's go to the back. Honestly, to me, the back is the best, most detailed thing, and it's really just because of all the stickers on the menu. Let's see if we can zoom in. 59 cents for Krusty dogs. 59 cents for fries. 59 cents for a Krusty Burger. They weren't even that price. Well, maybe if they're the size of White Castle or Crystal Burgers back in 1989, but man. Now the grease trap here, it's actually pretty cool. We'll get to the interior in just a second. I'll show you the backs of the minifigs. Got Krusty in the farm outfit. That one doesn't ring a bell. For some reason, I am just not picturing it. You got Officer Lou and Jeremy Friedman, who's the squeaky teen, as they call him, I think, on the box. You get Bart and Lisa. Those are the same ones as before. Homer is exactly the same, other than the torso where he's got a little stain on his shirt. Let's see if we can pop him out. Yeah, there's the stain. Other than that, everything else is the same. I wonder if some of these torsos, I don't expect to see the heads on the Lego website Pick-a-Brick section, but maybe some of the torsos. Or Bart's dual printed shorts. So we got a little vent on top. All right, last side is the front door or side door, main entrance. And the drive-through with the bent cone, because maybe that's where that dent came from that Homer hit. And we got a little trash can. A neat little idea using the old mailbox pieces. All right, how's it come off? Well, you get a sunlight or a little thing here. And I think that's more so just to allow you to pick up the roof off of this thing. That's my guess. You look inside, yeah, it's packed full. I think there's a couple pieces that moved. Now, honestly, the best thing about this set to me is just seeing how they did this angled roof that comes to a point. Everything else on the outside, I didn't learn anything from a building technique standpoint, just the angled roof. And honestly, I probably could have figured it out myself if I really tried, but it's good to have the knowledge of it going forward. You can see the burgers in there. The little ball pit is pretty cool, the Krusty Zone. The bench, that's a great, great little thing. Almost looks like a McDonald's bench from the 80s and 90s. You got what I call the McRib. I guess it's some kind of crusty rib burger. And then they use the gold Wolverine claws for French fries. That's pretty nice. Squishy machine, or whatever they call it. icy machine. I don't know what, since it's Krusty brand. I wonder if it's on the menu. Maybe it's just a milkshake. Krusty brand chili. All the above. No, wait a minute. Look at this. So 59 cents, 59 cents. All the above everything, 39 bucks. What the hell? That'd be something Homer would buy. Just give me the menu. All right, so as this thing open up, there's a couple little clips that move around. And I actually have to sit the phone down to do it because I don't want to break anything. The other best thing in the kitchen besides the little cola thing is the little deep fryer. You can see some fries in there, and you can actually take the basket out. So let me get this opened up and we'll look at it closer. All right, we'll put this on the tripod and open this thing up. So there's where the clip is. Clips it together on that side. It opens up. We can pop this open. Really neat bathroom design. Looks like there's no toilet paper on the stall. That's a neat little feature. The back of the toilet is it's pretty interesting little design work. Like I said, the exterior, I didn't learn anything other than the roof. The interior, there's a lot of great little things. You can see the ball pit back here. Let's see if I can zoom in. Yeah. So that's neat. And then, see the trash can in the corner. Oh, my thing of fries fell out. You get a bucket to put your fries in. You can get a milkshake. The bench there, that's really good. And those actually can pop out if you want to use them on something else. All right, let's look at one side of the kitchen. So like I said, the coolest thing here to me is the fry basket, which you just use it upside down, or the window in that little hook, and there's your little basket. Put your fries in the basket, and then they use these trans yellow pieces down here just for the hot grease. The basket just slides right in. Really like that. All right, good job. What do we have here? This little thing is the menu, which I don't really know why it's meant to move, other than that's just how it's attached, because it's not like it's in the way, unless you're doing that maybe to play, but I don't know, at this price point, you're not really going to play with stuff. So then we've got other stuff on here price-wise with the menu. Everything's still 59 cents, 79 cents. Krusty meal, $2. That's about what it was in the 90s, $2 for a Happy Meal. So that's probably fairly comparable. I remember it being $1.99 for a Happy Meal in the 80s, or at least the mid-90s. Okay, what do we have on the other side? Bathroom. A bit of the microwave heating area, the Buzz Cola stickers. I know it's really hard to see. The Rib Witch, that's what that thing's called. I knew there was some reference to it in here. But aside from that, is it overpriced? Absolutely. You do get this, or you did get this if you ordered it soon enough. Oh, that's a weird sound. Which the instructions are just this cover. It's just seems like the Black Friday gift with purchase design work, where it's just a yellow generic box. There's two printed pieces in this, which are the picture, and then the Krusty is on TV, which you can't even see. But that's really the only thing of value. So hopefully this holds its value. I know the minifigs will, but if you look at it, and it is a plain building. What are they going to do next? I don't know. Maybe they'll do the card and comic shop. I'd love them to do the nuclear plant, but I know they'd screw it up and make it way too small or weird. They could do the school. It would be expensive. They won't do the church. They won't do Moe's. So if we do this, or they have this going forward maybe every year, every other year, which could be a very, very high possibility if they've got this license, what set would you like to see that you think would actually be made? I've seen pictures of Moe's. I've seen pictures of the church, the school, the church with the stained glass, A couple other small buildings on reBrickable that people have done custom. I've seen this done as a custom project. I'm curious, since they'd never done this before, do you think they would do keychains? Seems like an easy money grab. Do a Bart keychain or Homer, or I don't know, do the family. Seems like an easy money grab to do keychains going forward. They did the Krusty and Homer brickheads. Maybe that's a thing. Maybe they do some cars. Maybe they do the police station. There's tons of buildings and ideas. What they could do from a dollar standpoint, I mean, the nuclear plant would be huge, or a huge investment to do it right. The school would be really big. You know, you're talking $400 or $500 to make it right and correct in scale, especially if this is $209. The other thing is, in the city, it's just so small. One-story buildings don't work in the city, at least in my Lego city or any city with modulars, because they're just overshadowed. I've seen people make design work for the landscaping for a drive-through already. Cool ideas. Look that up if you want. They're out there. But anyway, I think that's it for today. Had to do a video to get this out there to see. I have the other two buildings. Yeah, they're on the shelf, so this one will go with it. We'll get Homer. Let me grab the other car and check. All right, now here's the car from the original Simpson house. It's really, really close to the same. You got a little bit different on the front end. The biggest difference that I noticed is the inside. You only have room for two. They don't do the split or the jumper plates on the back. Move out of the way, Homer. So yeah, that's different. So you can fit 4 people in this one. Really, you can only fit 3 in this one. They actually have doors. And then, what's in the trunk? Well, nothing's in the trunk. And side view, we actually have fender flares on this one. A little bit better overall design other than no doors. I don't like that. But give and take. So, I think that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.